Hey, peace reaction video. We're doing something very, very sacred right here. We're going to be predicting the NFL playoffs. Who I think is going to win the Super Bowl. Who I think is going to lose first round. Who I think is going to get upset. Whether I think a wild card team can make a run. I'm going to give all the breakdowns of the games I think, and we already know, will happen. So, we're going to start with the AFC side. We got the Jaguars and Chargers. Jaguars, what are their strengths? They have a good quarterback. They have a decent receiving core. Their defense is eh. The Chargers, they have a better quarterback than the Jaguars do. Their receiving core is always somehow hurt. And their defense is somehow always hurt. With that being said, I do believe the Jacksonville Jaguars will win. They are going to be playing at home. The Chargers, I just feel they're going to find a way to lose. This is a very even game. It's really a pick'em in my eyes. It's a pick'em. Yeah, I think it's about 50-50. But I'm going to go with the Jaguars because they're playing at home, and the Chargers do somehow always find a way to mess something up. So we're going to go Chargers. Bengals and Ravens. The Ravens. I don't know if they're going to have Lamar Jackson back. They have been on a cold streak. You know, their offense is horrible. Their defense is good, but their offense is horrible. The Bengals. They have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. The boys is ballers. They have Joe Mixon, Samaje Perine. They got a defense who's underrated. It's a decent defense. They just went and beat the Baltimore Ravens last week, which makes it where like, I don't know. They just beat the Ravens. It's hard to beat a team back-to-back weeks. Like, it's really hard to beat a team back-to-back weeks, which is why I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. That's why I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. Now we have the Bills and the Dolphins. Bills are they had been my pick early in the year. If you've been watching my videos, I'd always say, I thought the Bills are going to go to the Super Bowl. And the Dolphins, yeah, I mean, if they don't have Tua, it's absolutely no shot they win. Tua back, they have a shot. It'll be a legitimate game. They beat them one game at a super close game. They lost to them at another super close game. So I think it's if Tua plays, it'll be a very good game, I believe. However, I just think the Bills are a little bit too much, too good. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder, something more meaningful due to DeMar Hamlin. Shout out, prayers to him. So I got to go with the Buffalo Bills. NFC side. We're going to go with the Cowboys last because you know my Dallas Cowboys. Whew. 49ers and Seahawks. All right. Seahawks, I think they're lucky to get in. They were very hot for a while and then went on a very cold streak. They won the last game of the season to get them to the playoffs. The Seahawks, Geno Smith, he was starting off the season great. He slowed down quite a bit. The defense is eh. The offense is eh. The 49ers are a complete football team except for the quarterback position, which I do think is going to get exposed. Brock Purdy will get exposed in the playoffs. He's going to get exposed in the playoffs. He is not that guy. He's not that guy. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot fill a hole as void as that quarterback in the playoffs. He will get exposed. It just won't happen to be against the 49ers. I mean, it just won't happen to be against the Seahawks. Because they're going to roll right over them. I got 49ers. Giants and Vikings. Okay. Now, the Giants and Vikings actually played early in the year. And it was a very close game. The Vikings ended up squeaking out a win. The Vikings, Justin Jefferson is elite. Elite of the elite. Dalvin Cook is great. Kirk Cousins is suspect at times, good at other times. The defense, very suspect. It's not gonna get. They don't get stops. They don't really hold teams down in points. The Giants, they're overachievers. Daniel Jones is he's suspect. He's very, very suspect. However, they do have Saquon Barkley, who is a great running back. Who else do they have? Well, dang, they don't really have that many guys. The receiving core is trash. The defense is okay. The receiving core is trash. However, I will go with the New York Football Giants. I will go with the New York Football Giants. And against the Buccaneers and the Cowboys. The moment you've all been waiting for. The moment we're all been waiting for Monday night. Man. Oh, man. Okay, Buccaneers versus the Cowboys. Monday Night Football. Who do I think's going to win? The Buccaneers are awful. However, they have Tom Brady as quarterback, which is always scary going into the playoffs because he's won 7 of them. He's won 7 Super Bowls. Going into the playoffs, it's scary to go against him. My Cowboys, great offense attack. I mean, the leading scorer in the NFL since Dak Prescott came back. I mean, Dak Prescott throws an interception every single game. And somehow we still lead the league in scoring. But I did not forget about the 26-6 loss we had against the Commanders last week. However, that does not matter because we're going with the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Now we're going to go with the AFC. AFC. All right, Jaguars and Bills. This is right here. It'll be competitive for a half, if that. The Jaguars are not that good of a team where I think they can compete with the Bills. Because I think the Bills, again, I feel like they're really playing for something more than what they were going to play for before, which is they're going to be playing for DeMar Hamlin. I feel like that's just going to give them. Did you see the way they played against the opening kickoff? That's the main energy they're coming out in the playoffs with. I feel like Trevor Lawrence, it's a great experience. He won a playoff game, first time in the playoffs. People are gonna, he's no knock on him. He had this is the first time here, so not too much expectation, to be honest with him, at all going in here. I mean, even the first round was 2, relatively new quarterbacks. So I don't know. They may have been drafted in the same cool draft. Maybe not. I'm not sure. However, they're both first-time players. No, I think Herbert is a year older, or came out a year sooner. However, it was a good test. Came in the playoffs, won a game, but it stops there. They're losing to the Bills. Ravens and Chiefs. As much as I would love to see Lamar Jackson win playoff games and go to the Super Bowl and this, that, and the other, at the end of the day, they have no receivers. They have a tight end, and that is it. Shout out to my man Devin Duvernay. However, shout out Saxy, Texas. Saxy High School alma mater, him and me. However, here's what I will say. They have no receivers. That's it. I mean, they don't have an elite receiver. They don't. Neither do the Chiefs, though, however. They have an elite tight end, though. But the offensive system that the Ravens have is so much worse than the offensive system that the Chiefs have. So, and Patrick Mahomes has more arm talent than Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying he's, that Lamar Jackson's a bum at throwing the football. But, if you're being objective, you know that Lamar Jackson doesn't have the type of arm talent that Patrick Mahomes does. He's elite and exciting and, game-changing in his own right, but it's not throwing the football as much as it is, Patrick Mahomes. So I got to go Patrick Mahomes and then, the Chiefs. I think there's going to be a couple of blowout games. I don't think any of these games are going to be close at all. Bills, Chiefs, playoffs, conference championship. Now we're going to go to the NFC, divisional round. We're going to have an inter-division game. The New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles, they were shaky these last couple of weeks, or last few weeks, actually. They lost back-to-back games with Gardner Minshew. They came back last week. They didn't look too good. They didn't look too good at all. The Eagles, they have a fraudulent, overrated defense. Their defense is not that good. We went up and down the field and scored 40 on them. 40 on them. Their defense is not that good. That's it. I gotta say that. The Giants, again, they played each other recently. It'll be 2 weeks since they have played. This will be a third time for them playing, a game in one season. So they really know the opponent. The Giants lost twice. The Giants have already lost twice to the Eagles. I'm here to say that it is nearly impossible for a team to beat another team 3 times in 1 year. You saw it with the 49ers last year. The 49ers that beat the Rams twice in the regular season, got to the playoffs, and it's so hard to beat a team 3 times. in one season. So that's why I got to go with my New York football, not my New York football Giants, but the New York football Giants. I got them in the conference championship game. Don't at me right now. Actually, you can't at me. I don't really care. I mean, I want all the smoke, all the beef. You want to talk, you don't know football, blah, 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 this, blah, blah, blah. You're an Eagles hater. You're an Eagles hater. You're salty that we beat you that one time when you didn't have your starting quarterback. Yeah, get out of here with that nonsense. Jalen Hurts is not the MVP. You're mad. And, now we got my Dallas Cowboys versus 49ers. All the 49ers fans, shout out to y'all. Y'all are delusional. Even more delusional. However delusional y'all think the Cowboys fans are, y'all are more delusional than us. I'm sorry to tell y'all. Y'all think every single player y'all have in that team is an all-pro. I'm sorry to tell you that. It's not true. Every single player y'all have is not top 5. Every position y'all have is not top 5. Y'all are not that guy. Hufanga is a decent player, but he's not a top 5 safety right now. I'm sorry to tell you that. Donovan Wilson is better than Hufanga. It's just that Donovan Wilson is underrated. If you don't watch the Cowboys, they don't really try to talk about Donovan Wilson. They just don't want to put you on game on how good Donovan Wilson really is. And if you watch the Cowboys, Donovan Wilson is a really good player. Really good in the run and everything. Y'all talking about the 49ers. Oh, Christian McCaffrey, this and the other. Oh, man. How many times I got to say? Pollard is better than McCaffrey. He's just not a name brand player. Every single time Pollard gets the ball, every time he touches it, it's a threat to score a touchdown. This is how elite this guy Tony Pollard is. He's elite. And we have a second running back in Ezekiel Elliott who's going to pound y'all, pause, until oblivion. Pause. And, smash mouth football, again, I already relinquished. For right now, Nick Bosa is better than Michael Parsons. However, Michael Parsons is still a top 5 pass rusher in the NFL today. And I believe that he's going to cause mayhem against, y'all's offensive line. I just believe Brock Purdy is going to get rattled. Michael Parsons is going to put him on his behind a couple of times. He's going to get a little gun shy, and he's going to throw at least minimum 2 interceptions. We got a ball hawk in Trayvon Diggs. Actually, you got Bland. He's a ball hawk. The whole secondary is ball hawks. We're on our fourth string corner right now. Our second and third string corner are out for the season. We're on our 4th string corner, and we'll still put Ayuk. We'll still put Deebo Samuels. We'll still put Jawan Jennings in clamps. Put them in timeout. You don't have none of that. We don't have none of that. You didn't even have time to throw the ball. Because let me tell you, Micah Parsons, Odigizua, Sam Williams, all of those players are coming after the quarterback. You're not gonna have a chance. We're getting Leighton Vander Esch back, a leading tackler on the team, and y'all are done with. We got the Cowboys. We're winning by maybe a touchdown or a field goal. So I have a close game, but I got my Dallas Cowboys. Now we got the Bills and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. It's gonna be played in a neutral ground. Bills and Chiefs, neutral because of the rules, because of the game that got canceled between the Bills and the Bengals. It's going to be a neutral game, neutral site for the game. And the Bills and the Chiefs. Everyone wants to make it out to be, Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes has won every single time in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes is the Super Bowl and an MVP, and people still try to put the Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes debate. There really isn't a debate. It's Patrick Mahomes all day, every day. They have Travis Kelce. He's doing all this without Tyreek Hill. They're the number 1 seed without Tyreek Hill. That needs to put that in your brain. Number 1 seed without Tyreek Hill. Yes, I know. They have Juju Smith-Schuster, Sky Moore, and these are the players he's still balling out with. They got a running backs who they don't even know who they want. Pacheco one time, Clyde Edwards at one point. They don't really know. And the defense is fraudulent at best. They have Chris Jones, he's elite, but their rest of the defense is fraudulent. Absolutely frauds. Absolutely frauds. They have, what's that guy? Eric Reed? Jason Reed, whatever his name is. I don't think it's Eric Reed, but Jason Reed, something like that. Tyreek Reed. I don't know. I was making stuff at this point. However, the Reed guy, he's fraudulent as a safety. He had a couple of, with an extra point, whatever. But the Josh Allen, they have an elite receiving core. Elite. Not elite. They have an elite receiver in the receiving core with Tyreek, what's his name? Stephon Diggs. a decent tight end, a decent defense, and they're playing for a deeper meaning. We're gonna go with the Bills. They're gonna win it with a field goal kick to close out the game. Now in the NFC Championship, you have the Giants and the Cowboys. Now the Giants, no one expects them to be here. I don't really know how I got them here, but we got them here. It just came to me. When something comes to you, you don't have to fight it off. You don't have to use the logic to come out of it. I don't really think that the Giants beat the Vikings was that big of a deal, right? The Vikings have been fraudulent literally the entire year. I think they had a negative, like for a while, they had a negative point differential and they were 11 and something, like 11-2. That, you need to put that in your brain about how the Vikings have gotten so lucky and they're fraudulent. They barely beat the Giants the last time. So for me to pick the Giants isn't that big of a deal. The Giants beating the Eagles is only because it's so hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year, which is what the Cowboys would have to do to beat the Giants in an NFC Championship game. And I'm here to tell you, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go there. It's just gonna be a home game. We're gonna NFC Championship at home. We're gonna NFC Championship game at home. This is crazy. Who would have thunk it? We're gonna have an NFC Championship game at home. Jerry's World, AT&T, Arlington Stadium. Us, the Dallas Cowboys, at home. I've been saying it all year. I said it before. The Cowboys and the Bills will be in the NFC Champion, or it will be the Super Bowl, a rematch like the '92 Super Bowl, I think it was. And, I'm here to say it. The Cowboys are going to absolutely, this is not going to be a close game. We're going to absolutely roll over the Giants. The Giants are going to get smashed in the mouth. Daniel Jones is going to get flushed. He's not going to know what to do. He's never been on the stage this big. Neither is Dak Prescott, to be honest with you. However, he has 3 turnovers. How do you want to say fumbles, interceptions, how you want to say it? Daniel Jones will have 3 turnovers in the NFC Championship game. And I don't think this is going to be that close. I think we're going to win it by at least double digits. So, double possession, whatever you want to call it. I got us by at least 10. Anyone wants to bet that the Giants will cover the spread, just add me. Okay, I got the Cowboys, Bills, Super Bowl. Oh man, the Bills. I mean, again, they have a ton of meaning in this game. The Bills. They're great. They have, Josh Allen. They're playing for DeMar Hamlin. They got stuff on Diggs. It's going to be Diggs versus Diggs in the Super Bowl. How about that? Oh, my gosh. Diggs versus Diggs. Diggs versus Diggs. That's crazy. And you think, who's going to have the upper hand in the Diggs versus Diggs battle? I think it's going to be Trayvon over Stephon because Trayvon is predicting. He knows the moves that Stephon likes to do. So it's going to be an upper hand for the corner, not the receiver. Josh Allen is a tremendous quarterback. And he may possibly be a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. Right now, he's not that. I don't really think he's doing that much better because Josh Allen has turned the ball over this year as well. Maybe not 15 times and 3 pick sixes in the matter of 4 games. With Dak Prescott, you got to get under control. However, I just think the pass rush is going to be kind of an issue. Josh Allen likes to extend plays. And I think it's going to get caught with a fumble. I think the stage is going to be it won't be too big, but it's going to be the Cowboys have been there, they've done that. The Bills, they haven't. You know what I'm saying? The Bills are notorious. They went, 4 Super Bowls in a row and lost every single one of them? It's crazy. Could never be my team. We will go 27 years without winning a Super Bowl. We'll do that, but we won't go 4 straight and not win one. That's what we won't do. I guarantee you that. 27 years, and they can never make it back to one. We'll do that. Matter of fact, the Bills haven't made it back in 30 years. What did they? This is the last time they made it. 93. Yeah, it's been a minute from them. However, if you have not been able to tell, I'm quoting my Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, close game, 1 possession game. I got my Dallas Cowboys winning it all. Super Bowl champions, Dallas Cowboys. America's team, we're putting the crown back on our head. We're canceling it all out. If everyone puts any bets, put it in the comments. I know I'm taking all bets. Cowboys against the whole spread. I don't care. Cowboys against the whole field. I don't care. I'm taking the Cowboys all the way. But make sure you like, comment, reaction next. Deuces.